The Sun Belt football season, always a fun one. That's why they sometimes call it the Fun Belt. But now, the serious business of crowning a champion in the Sun Belt Conference Championship game. Welcome to Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Army Black Knights, taking on last season's national champions, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. It's Matthews. Makes the grab. It's Valentine. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and they heave it deep downfield. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the Black Knights will line up here on first down and goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And they've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
Oh, my gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight, couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
This will be a challenge now. Second and goal back at the 13. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Well, if you're going to run this option play, you've got to be the one that's dictating the tempo. I feel like the defense right now is doing that. They did a nice job of getting to the quarterback. He didn't get many yards at all here.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. They'll hand it off. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Black Knights. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team was out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The San Jose State offense is back out there now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Matthews. Lets it go quickly. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Moves out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now, big decision coming up here on 4th.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And we'll see what he can do on the return. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Powering through the defender. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They picked up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. A quick throw out left, complete. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Can he make it to the marker? They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Black Knights begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Takes off in a bootleg. Looking to scramble. Looking right. This one caught. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Ball handed off. Has it back to the end zone. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Army.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Matthews. Receiver makes the grab.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
That completion makes it second and medium. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Boy, I love how the quarterback takes his time on that ride to the back. I thought he might...
Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
One massive play has moved the football just outside the red zone. First down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Send the back in motion. First down. Looking to throw the football. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Play action here on first down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. And Kirk, it's Army in the lead here. As we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. offense comes back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Movement here from the tight end. Design quarterback run. Fights off the defender. That strong run defense. Not much of a gain on the play.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Heading left after the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And the Black Knights will line up to boot it away. And the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. Field it at the 25. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the San Jose State offense. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Ball handed off. Powering through a tackle. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. To the air, it's Matthews. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes him pay for it.
Handoff from the shotgun. He goes nowhere. Stop full behind the line of scrimmage.
Of course, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Spartans.
Great job by this offense, answering the bell and getting 6 on the board. We're just an extra point from this thing being all tied up, and you got to think the scoreboard operator isn't done just yet today.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And it's good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Grab down the middle. It's White. It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
A completion makes it second down. They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all.
That's how you defend the option. Take the quarterback away and then use your speed to bring the pitch back down.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pass. It's Johnson. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. That's a guy known for his hands. Couldn't pick it off. Brings up fourth down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick throw over the middle. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dumps it down in the back. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
First down here for this offense. And the pass is incomplete.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Great move there. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And it's a direct snap. When they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
The defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. I don't think he broke the plane. That defensive front rising up to stop him. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. So here we go, 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in from the 1? Looking downfield, it's Matthews. Nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up 4th down now.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
And on 4th down, they line up in the Wildcat. What's the call here? Direct snap. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
The offense begins this drive, backs to their own goal line, set up at the 3. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the defense all over that running play. They stop him right at the 2. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Back's got it again. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Bought some time, now lets it go. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the Black Knights will have to kick this away. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. That punt sails out of bounds. There'll be no return this time. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Dropping back, it's Matthews. Throws it to the right. The sure hands, it's Valentine. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Chris, anytime a receiver runs a route, he's looking to create separation for the quarterback to give him a nice target. That's always what you're going to see anytime you have a successful route. What we just saw here, complete opposite. They're lucky that ball was just knocked away.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle, but 1st down. No huddle here for the offense. 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's got it! Touchdown, San Jose State!
You talk about a tough matchup for this defense down in this area. What are you going to do? The quarterback puts it up in the air, and the big tight end goes over top of everybody for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Packer made it to 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. They start the drive here looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Dropping back, it's Johnson. The pass rush closing in. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, try to make up this deficit. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Puts some space around the 30. Goes out after a nice gain. A sign of life here by the offense.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting off field, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket. Puts into space at the 50. Here he goes. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Black Knights. As the QB fights his way into the end zone.
This is such a big-time play by this quarterback, and it's every defensive coordinator's nightmare. Trying to cover everybody in the passing game, and then the quarterback makes you pay for it with a long scramble and a score.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Spartans offense back out on the field now. Looking to throw. It's Matthews. Makes a quick catch. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And here's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. On the run, he'll let it go. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'd be enough for a first down.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket and away from the pressure, and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards and that first down.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Powers through.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. To throw, it's Matthews. Defense is coming after him. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a first and goal.
Intercepted in the end zone. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Comes back out onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Deep shot, but he paid for it. And is intercepted. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great way to set up his offense here.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
And out comes the offense set to take over here. Looking to throw it on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, he makes the catch! And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Second down and goal upcoming. Back to pass. It's Matthews. Touchdown, Spartans! And they jump on top here in the second half.
How about that, Chris? The quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and why not? With a receiver like this who can run like that, get him the ball as fast as you can and let him do his thing.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Here comes the handoff. In the clear at the 25. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Army. He wins the foot race to the end zone. That's another touchdown for the running back, and they've got one hand in that conference championship trophy now.
Man, this running back is just adding up the touchdowns. You know, the whole conference knows about this guy and what he's capable of doing. And here he is, the big stage in a championship game, showcasing everything he's got in the toolbox.
PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Turner choosing to field this one. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Matthews. Pulls it in. It's Lindsey. He'll go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 27. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, it is incomplete. A chance for a big man takeaway there, but he couldn't quite hold on. Punt team ready to boot it away. And the coverage team able to bring him down. First play of this drive now. They're set up at the 34. Here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. He's past the marker and still going. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
It's been so far. We're set up for a classic finish to see who's going to claim this conference championship. Let's take one final look at the stats. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Tailback with another carry.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And the Black Knights pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. And the Black Knights starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. To throw, it's Johnson. He's running out of time here. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Receiver in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. Takes the handoff again. Breaks an open space. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a fourth down now.
Well, here we are now on fourth down, Chris. And at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
And that one's straight down the middle. And they've reclaimed the lead with that.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the fourth.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. The drive will start. The San Jose State offense is back out there now. Conference championship on the line. Not much time left. Down to 3. Looking for some magic here. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 21. Looking to throw. It's Matthews. Looks left and finds his target there. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up with the 32.
And with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the grab. It's Atkins. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
A conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? And the back now goes in motion. Off the RPO, caught to the right. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
Boy, great job here by the quarterback to find the running back out of the backfield. That'll earn his team a new set of downs.
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. To the air, it's Matthews. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Well, nowhere to go on the inside on that draw. Tried to bounce it, Kurt, but nothing doing.
How about the push there from the middle of that interior, that defensive line? As you said, nowhere for him to go, so he's trying to make something out of nothing. And by going out wide, he puts himself at risk of being chased down by the speed of this defense, and that's what we got, a loss for the offense.
The conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. He's hit as he throws it. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
A conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Back to throw. It's Matthews. And this time it's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down.
Fourth down now, and defensively, you know you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. He missed it. Off target that time. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. They're going to run it. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. And the defense calling time here with 26 seconds to play.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And the offense takes timeout with 26 seconds remaining. Timeout. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Special seasons have a way of leading to games like this, and we can now say that the Fun Belt has a champion. We all know seasons like this are hard to put together, but we're going to have to wait and see what the committee decides to do if this championship team gets an invite to the college football playoff. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.